Well, I was gonna make a FNAF video, but then this direct happened. Sorry guys, I'll try to slow down on the Smash stuff after this, but I felt this was necessary. So, after this, and this, and this, and this, and this happened, it's pretty safe to assume that my roster prediction needs a bit of a rework. But I won't touch it after this prediction. What happens, happens from this point on. So let's look at my current roster prediction and see what needs adjusted. Well, every character is in fact returning from previous Smash games, so that's good. As for newcomers, King K. Rool has been confirmed, while the Decidueye, Mimikyu, and Shovel Knight have been deconfirmed. Shovel Knight is an assist trophy, and Decidueye, Mimikyu, and Lycanroc have all been deconfirmed by Vergevin, and since we now know that Vergevin has a reliable source, since he predicted Simon, it's safe to assume that this is the case. So that leaves us with two characters, Springman and Banjo-Kazooie. Has my opinion changed on these two? Well, let's take a look. Springman is absolutely not going to be in the base roster. He's a very likely DLC candidate, but even then I could still picture him better as an assist trophy. The roster was decided in roughly the end of 2015, so Springman probably didn't even exist yet. Banjo-Kazooie, on the other hand, has not been touched. I still think he's really likely. My only reason for this is just because of his presence on the Smash ballot. He was right up there with King K. Rool for most popular candidate, and now that King K. Rool is in, it's safe to assume that Banjo-Kazooie can make it in as well. So, we have the current roster for Smash Ultimate, plus one newcomer. Who else will be getting in? Well, I noticed a pattern with Echo Fighters, which is for every newcomer so far, there has been an Echo Fighter. And by that I mean there are 4 newcomers and 4 Echo Fighters so far. So I think counting Banjo-Kazooie, we'll be getting 4 more newcomers and 4 more Echo Fighters. This will put us up to 16 newcomers, but half of those newcomers will be clones, so it's balanced. So, who will these characters be? Well, we already know my first newcomer prediction is Banjo-Kazooie, but my next newcomer prediction is probably a guarantee at this point. Geno. Geno is a very likely character right now. He was a Mii Fighter costume in Smash 4, just like King K. Rool and Chrom, so that's already a good sign. Plus, Nintendo and Square Enix are obviously on good terms, and the fact that Sakurai had wanted to add Geno in both Brawl and Smash 4 make him all but confirmed at this point. While Vergevin did deconfirm Decidueye, Mimikyu, and Lycanroc, he did say there would be a Gen 7 Pokemon rep in the base game. So, after doing some research, I came to the logical conclusion of Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko not only would have a unique moveset, represent the new fairy type, and has an easy final smash, but he also represents Alola very well, while also being fit to be a fighter. This seems like the most logical character inclusion, unlike random people in YouTube comment sections that want to see in cinema. That's not going to happen, guys, so quit getting your hopes up. But now we come to the hard part of my prediction, the final newcomer. While the other 3 seemed like obvious choices, there are 2 characters left that I think have a good chance of making it in, Isaac and Chibi-Robo. It was a very tough choice for this final spot, but ultimately I went with Chibi-Robo because 1. He is confirmed to be a dead Nintendo franchise after Visit Blast flopped. As a result, he had a spike in votes the last few days of the ballot, and I feel like Sakurai would take notice. And my second reason is that Isaac has been an assist trophy before in Brawl, meaning that it would be easier for Sakurai to include them both but have Isaac be an assist trophy, rather than just Isaac as a new fighter. Plus, I feel like there would be more people happy with Chibi-Robo's inclusion than they would with Isaac's inclusion. Now that we got the newcomers out of the way, it's time to talk about the Echo Fighters. Like I said, I think we'll be getting 4 more. The first one is Isabelle. This has been confirmed once again by Vergevin. But what about the other 3? I think they will be Bandana D, Impa, and either Dixie Kong or Shadow. Impa would be a perfect echo of Sheik for multiple reasons. Bandana D was one of the toughest to predict as an Echo Fighter because he didn't have an inhale ability like Kirby. But now that we know that you can have moves from multiple different characters, like Chrom is of most Fire Emblem characters, then I could picture every move Bandana D's being like Kirby, except his neutral B could be similar to that of Meta Knight instead, since he uses a spear. Dixie Kong is now the same case, as her up B could be like DK's, while every other move could be inspired from Diddy. And Shadow is just the easiest Echo Fighter you could possibly make. I mean, both Shadow and Chrome's model were in Smash 4, so it shouldn't be too hard to make Shadow a character. And that is my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster prediction. I'm quite content with this one, and I don't think I'll be changing it anytime soon. Honestly, they could just add Banjo and Geno, and I wouldn't care who else is added, if anyone at all. But now that I've done this, I'm going to give Smash a break for a little bit, as I know some of you are FNAF fans on my channel. I'll have something for you very soon as well. So until then, goodbye, fellow gamers.